right, let's start seated. In a comfortable seated position. Okay. Sit up nice and tall. And as normal, I am sure we will have some more people trickle in over the next few minutes. So try and focus, let your hands rest on your knees. Let your eyes close or softly focus in front of you. And then think about getting nice and tall through your spine. So as you root down through your sit bones and through your hips, think about drawing up through the center of your body, through your spine, lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Take a big inhale. And then exhale everything out. Settle into your space. Notice how the air feels on your body. Notice the sounds around you. Now take another big inhale, breathing in, filling your belly up with air. And on your exhale, draw your navel to your spine, maybe even round forward a tiny little bit as you exhale, emptying everything out. And then take another big inhale, sitting up nice and tall, feeling your belly and your rib cage expand. And then on your exhale, exhale so much that you pull your spine back into a tiny little bit of rounding. Inhale, open up and blossom. And exhale, contract, exhaling out every single little bit of air. It's a tiny little movement, fluctuating forward, opening, filling with air. And then exhale, contract a tiny little. Inhale, open. And exhale, contract. A couple more times on your own breath at your own pace. And then when you're ready, sit up nice and tall, reaching your fingertips out to either side, walking them further apart so you feel the stretching your underarm. You're going to lift your right arm, so mirror me, lifting your right arm up to the ceiling, nice and high, growing up, and then exhale, bending over to the left. Gently pressing the floor away from you with your left hand so that you create an arc in your lower left rib cage and a stretch in the upper right rib cage. Another breath here. And then flow back through center, dropping the left hand down, right hand down, reaching the left arm up, and exhale over to the side. Breathing in, finding the space like you're bending over a beach ball. Reaching your arm up and over. Getting heavy through your left hip. And then flow back through center. We're going to reach our right arm up. Exhale to the left, and this time we're going to look back over our left shoulder, reaching towards the side, twisting through our torso. Come up through center, float over to the right, reaching the left arm back, twisting, looking over the right shoulder. All the way back up through center, roll your shoulders a few times, and then make your way into your tabletop position. Lining your hands up under your shoulders, your knees up under your hips, spread your fingers. See if you can lift your thumb, your pointer finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. Wow. So interestingly, I can only lift the pinky finger of my left hand. I'm gonna have to research that. That's weird. You learn something new every day. Press your hands into the mat and then turn your palms like you're opening pickle jars so that your upper arms start to rotate outwards. There's a lot of activity and tension going on in those arms and in those muscles. Now holding that, drop your belly, open your heart, big inhale. Exhale, round your spine, bring the crown of your head down to the floor. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, round. Inhale forward. And exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees as wide as your yoga mat. Sit back into a child's pose. This is going to be an active child's pose because you're going to continue to walk your hands forward, finding this traction and stretch through your back. Take a breath here. And now we're going to walk our hand self over to the right, placing our left hand on top of our right hand, lining our nose and our belly button up with our right knee, letting our left hip drop back behind us, finding a big stretch through our left side. Press the left hand down into the right down into the floor. Take one more breath. And now walk back through center, over to the left. Place your right hand on top of your left. Let your right hip get heavy. Shift your weight back. Press the floor away from you. One more breath here. And then walk back to center. Pull yourself back up to your tabletop position. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through. Coming all the way down onto your left ear. Come up onto your right fingertips. Possibly walk your right arm forward as you gently press the mat away so you can roll farther onto your left shoulder. Take one more breath here. Slightly push your hips to the left to get a deeper stretch. And now slide the right hand back, slowly unwind, coming back into neutral. Turn your fingertips to the outer edges of the mat and gently rock side to side. And now if it's available, turn your fingertips towards you and gently rock back and forth. Deep forearm stretch. All right, bring those fingertips back towards the center. Reach your right arm up this time. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing your right arm under your left, coming onto your right ear. Come up onto your left fingertips. And then start to walk your left fingers forward. Pressing the floor away with your left hand. Shifting your hips. And deepening the stretch through the top right shoulder. And now slowly unwind, coming back into your tabletop position. Coming down onto your forearms. Breathing here, seeing if you can drop your chest down, lift your hips up, finding this big arch in your back. Maybe slide your arms out in front further. Can you bring your forehead all the way down to the mat? Make it into your puppy posture. And now come back up into tabletop. Curl your toes under. Peel yourself up into your downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out. Bending your right knee and then your left knee, getting a deep stretch through the backs of your legs. Press the mat away from you. Let both heels get heavy. And pause here. Float the right leg up behind you, bend the right knee, slide the right foot all the way up in between your hands. Lower the left knee down, untuck the toes, reach your arms up, and pause. Holding here, think about pressing your right foot down, pressing your left shin down, and then thinking about your hips and making sure that they're both pointing forward. And now float your hands back down, curl your left toes, step back into downward facing dog. Float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee, slide your left foot up between your hands, lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, reach your arms up. Pressing down with your left foot, pressing your right shin down, relaxing your shoulders, squaring your hips to the front of the mat. One more deep breath here. Lower your hands down, tuck your right toes, step back into downward facing dog. I want you to take your right foot, cross it over your left foot. Cross-legged down dog, deepening the stretch through your left calf. And now uncross back into neutral feet and cross your left foot over your right. Deepening that stretch. And come back to center, both feet even. Swing the right foot back up behind you. Bend your right knee. This time, place your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your toes. Turn your right toes so they're about 45 degrees, hanging off the top of your yoga mat. If you have it available, bring your right hand to the inner thigh of your right leg and then press open and then exhale over. Open, exhale, round. So it's a gentle pressing away in your right thigh and round forward one more time. And round forward. Place your right hand down, square your right toes back to the front of your mat, tuck your left foot. As we move back, we're going to bring our right leg back up behind us into a three-legged dog. Bend the right knee and let the right foot hang over to the left, reaching the right knee up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Extend the right leg behind you and then slowly float the right leg down back into downward facing dog. You can pedal your down dog out. You can hang out in some stillness. You can take a child's pose if you need to. All right, bring that left leg up behind you. Bend the left knee, step to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down. Turn your left toes about 45 degrees. And then bring your left hand onto your inner left thigh. You're going to open your heart and then exhale round towards your left knee. Press away and open. Exhale round. Press and open. Exhale round. One more time. Getting blinded. And round. Turn your toes back to the front of your mat. Place your left hand down. We're going to curl our right toe under. We're going to step back up into that three-legged dog. And then bend your left leg. Left foot hangs over to the right. Left knee reaches up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Extend the left leg, square out your hips and lower your foot down back into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. Right, left, left, right. All right, float your right foot up behind you. Slide the right foot all the way forward in between your hands. This time you can keep your back knee lifted. Reach your arms up. And then sit down a little bit deeper. Bend your left knee. And then once you square your hips from this lower position, see if you can straighten your left leg any amount. You might not be able to get it all the way straight. It's all right. Hold here. And then float your fingertips down, step back to downward facing dog. And breathe. Float your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, step your left foot up between your hands. Inhale your arms up overhead. Bend your left knee deeper. Bend your right knee so you can find square, your hips square to the front of the mat. And then if available, start to straighten your right leg out. Take one more breath here. And then float your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. This time you're going to take your left hand underneath your right hand. Press the mat away from you. Come back to center, two hands, even at shoulder width. And then take your right hand under your left and press the mat away. Back to center. Noticing how those small changes can throw off your balance or deepen a stretch. Float your right leg up behind you. This time we're going to bring our right foot to the outside of our right hand. Keeping our back knee lifted this time. Bring our right hand up to our right thigh and then twist, looking up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Take one more breath. And then plant your hand. Kick your right leg back up behind you. Bend the right knee. This time twirl your right ankle, feeling that opening through your entire hip. Extend the right leg, float it down back into downward facing dog. Breathe, realign, recenter. And now float the left leg up behind you, bend the left knee, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Breathe here. And now press your left hand into your left thigh. Look up and over your left shoulder. One more breath here. And plant your left hand down. Swing your left leg up behind you. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Twirl the ankle. Extend the leg up behind you. Float it down. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Gaze forward to your hands and start to walk your feet all the way up to the front of your mat, coming into your forward fold. Feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Let your head hang heavy. Reach for opposite shoulders. And then gently sway side to side. Release your hands, pressing down with your feet. Start to roll up one vertebra at a time. Coming up super slow. Stacking your vertebra all the way up to stand. And then aligning your head, your neck, and your shoulders. So your spine is long, your tailbone is lengthening, your arms are relaxed by your side. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Lower your knees, untuck your toes. Hug your elbows into your side as you lower your chest and chin all the way down to the mat. Lifting up into baby cobra. Elbows still hugging in. Exhale through tabletop. Curl your toes. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Step your right foot forward. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left leg back. Pause here. Slide your right leg back into plank. Lower your knees, untuck your toes. Hug your elbows into your side as you draw your navel to your backbone and slowly bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin all the way down. Lift up to baby cobra. Exhale forward, pressing into tabletop, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Step your left foot up between your hands. Step your right foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands all the way down to your side. Standing nice and tall, lift the toes on your left foot and then place them back down. Lift the toes on your right foot and place them back down. Now see if you can lift your big toes and fan your toes up. And now see if you can fan your toes back down. Trying to find individual movement through each and every toe. And now press them all down, finding a connection between your big toe, your pinky toe, and the heel of your foot. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, slide your right foot back. Inhale, your arms up, high lunge. Exhale, your hands down, slide your left foot back to plank. Hold here. Bend your elbows and lower your entire body in one fell swoop all the way down to the mat. Untuck your toes, inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, all the way back up to plank or through tabletop. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breathe down. Nice work. Step your right foot up between your hands. Step your left foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand all the way up, palms touch, and then exhale, right back down again. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back. Reach your arms up, high lunge, pause here. And then exhale your hands down, slide your right leg back to plank. Lower yourself all the way down, nice and slow. Untuck your toes, baby cobra. And then see if you can lift yourself back up into plank, into downward facing dog, and breathe. Step your left foot up to meet your hands. Step your right foot up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale them down by your side. Standing nice and tall, recenter, realign. This time you're going to lift both one heel up off the ground and then lower it down. And then lift the other heel, maybe you bend your knee to do that, and lower it down. Lift one heel, Lift the other heel. Set both heels down and now see if you can lift both heels up. Maybe your arms come out to help you with balance. Breathing here. And then set both heels back down. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, slide your right foot back. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, open your arms into a T. Breathe in, exhale, twist to the left. Breathe in, exhale, right hand down, left hand down. Slide your left foot back. You can knees, chest, chin, you can lower all the way down, or maybe you're ready to lower halfway down. Untuck your toes. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Step your right foot up to meet your hands. Step your left foot up to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up to stand, palms touch. And then exhale right back down again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, slide your left leg back. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your arms open into T. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Lower your left hand down, cartwheel your right hand down. Slide your right leg back to plank. Lower halfway to chaturanga. Untouch your toes. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Untuck your toes, not untouch your toes. Breathe here. Step your left foot up to meet your hands. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. Breathe here. Warmed up? All right, shift your weight into your right leg. So I'm going to do the opposite. Will be mirrored. We'll always have to think about this. And now lift your right leg up. You want to interlace, hold your shin, find a wall if you need extra balance. And now we're going to place our left ankle on our right knee, bringing our hands to heart center or your waist. And then start to bend your left knee, sitting down into a figure 4 position. Breathe here. Any injuries? Stand back up, nice and slow, and place that foot down. Bring your hands down by your side. Is it hard on both sides or
No, just that one.
that one? All right, lift the right leg up. Interlace your fingers if that feels good. And then we're going to place the ankle on the knee and sit down into our figure 4. Seeing if you can find your balance. Hands at heart center or on your waist or holding on to a wall, whatever you need. And then stand back up and lower that leg down. Bring your hands back down to your side. Make your way back to the top of your mat. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward.
Breathe here for a moment. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot, left foot back into plank. Take your version of your vinyasa. So maybe it's knees, chest, chin, maybe it's chaturanga, maybe it's a couple extra push-ups. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. We're gonna step our right foot to the outer edge of our right hand again, coming into our lizard. Breathe here. Bringing our right hand down to our right thigh, opening to the right. Nice. Now we're gonna plant both hands down and we're gonna walk towards the left, coming into a wide angle, wide leg forward fold. Breathing here, letting your head hang heavy. Take one more breath. Bringing your hands to your hips, hinge yourself up to stand. Turn your front toes to the front of your mat, and then open your arms into your warrior two. Breathe here. Sit a little deeper into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg, peaceful triangle. And now squeezing your inner thighs and your glutes, reach your arms into a T, and then reach your fingertips towards me, bringing your right hand down to your shin or to a block. Reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Now from here, think about tightening your hips underneath your waist and your torso, reaching your left arm up. Gaze down at your right fingertips, bring your left hand down to the ground, bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg. You're back in your lizard position. Take a breath here. And now slide your right leg back into plank. Lower down through your version of your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, twist to the left. As we untwist, we're going to walk both hands over to the right, coming into our wide-legged forward fold, letting our head hang heavy. Bring our hands to our waist, stand ourselves up. Turn our left toes to the front of the room. Big opening into our warrior two. It's a big ta-da moment. Turn our left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten the front leg, peaceful triangle. Open up through center, reach forward, left hand to left shin or block, right arm up to the ceiling. Now think about squeezing your bum, lengthening your spine, engaging your lower abdominal muscles. Raise your right arm up. Slide your left hand down to the ground, cartwheel your right hand down so both hands are inside your left foot. You're back into that lizard position. Slide your left leg back into plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathing your down dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, coming into that lizard. Turn your left foot down, and from lizard, can you rotate yourself up into your warrior two? Now you might need to adjust your front foot. I know. Bear with me here. Straighten your front leg. Take a breath and then exhale, melt back into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Rotate all the way through to side angle. Nice. Hold here in your side angle, let your right hip drop a little bit so your right thigh is parallel to the floor. Come all the way back into your peaceful. And now straighten your right leg, peaceful triangle, yeah. Reach your right arm forward. Coming into triangle, right hand up, right shin or block, left arm up. So nice. Squeeze your inner thighs and glutes for balance. Reach your left arm over your head towards me. Left bicep with left ear. And now cartwheel both hands down, one to either side of the right foot. Lift your left heel. Slide your right leg back into plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. And breathe. Put your left leg up behind you. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Play around in this lizard for a moment. And then turn your right foot down, pressing into the outer edge of your right hand. Reach your right arm up and over to cartwheel yourself into your warrior two. Moving your left foot as you need to. Straighten your left leg and melt back into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through the side angle, left forearm on left thigh, right arm reaches over. Drop your left hip. And now reach back into peaceful warrior. And then straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. Reach your left arm forward, coming all the way into triangle. Left hand on shin, right arm up to the sky. And breathe. Squeezing your bum, opening your heart. Nice. And then reach your right arm towards me, testing your core strength and balance. And then bring your right hand down to the mat, bring your left hand down to the mat. Turning your right heel up, slide your left foot back. Go through your vinyasa. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out. Put your right leg up behind you. Step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Reach your right arm forward and then all the way back behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Maybe you can lift your left toe off the mat and your right hand can make a connection with your left foot. If you have that, let your hips sink a little bit more forward. And then press your foot into your hand, pulling your arm backwards, giving yourself a little bit of a back bend. Take one more breath here. And then slowly release the hand, release the foot. Bring your right hand to the outside edge of your right foot. Shimmy your right foot in between your hands. Curl your left toes under. And rotate yourself up into your warrior two. Breathe here, straighten your front leg. And exhale, melt back down. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Flow all the way through to side angle. Slide your right hand down to the floor or a block, deepening your side angle. Nice. And now come all the way back up to peaceful warrior. Straightening your right leg, peaceful triangle. And now hinge forward, coming into triangle. Reaching your left arm up into the sky. We're gonna make our way into half moon. So if you have a block, you might want it handy so you can put it on the outer edge of your right pinky toe. So bring your left hand to your waist. Maybe scoot your back foot in a little bit. And then gently bend your front knee, reach towards your block. And then start to float your left leg up behind you. Flex your left toe so your left leg is turned out. It is best if you have a block because then you can keep your torso parallel to the floor. And if it's available, reach your left arm up into the sky. Nice. Squeeze your glutes. Find that inner thigh strength. And now bring both hands down to the floor. Turn your hips down so you're in a supported warrior three. Leg is still up behind you. And then bend your right knee so you slowly come down into a controlled low lunge. Bring one hand to either side of your right foot. Slide your right foot back into plank. Take a moment to adjust and align if you need to. And then proceed with your vinyasa of choice. Knees, chest, chin. Chaturanga, whatever you choose. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. Reach your left arm forward, up and over to the back. Looking towards the back of your mat, left thumb up to the ceiling. Bend your right knee and see if you can find a connection between your right foot and your left hand. If you cannot, do not worry about it. Let your hips sink a little bit more. And then kick into your hand to give yourself a little bit more stretch. When you release, release slowly. Avoid the boomerang, avoid the slingshot. And bring the left hand back down to the mat. Shimmy the left foot over to the center of your body, placing one hand on either side of your foot. Lift your right knee off the ground, turn your right foot, and then cartwheel yourself up into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg, make any adjustments to your feet that you need to, and then melt back down into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come all the way through to side angle. And maybe this time in side angle, you want to bring your left hand down to the floor or a block, reaching your right arm up to the ceiling. Keeping your torso twisted, nice and long. And then come all the way back up to peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. And then reach forward, coming into triangle. From here, we'll be going into half moon on this side. So if you need to move your block, Make any adjustment, you've got it. Nice. Bring your right hand to your right hip, bend your left knee, and step yourself into half moon, flexing your toes. Pressing your big toe and heel into the mat, reach your right arm up if it's available. We all have one strong side and one weak side. It's okay. And now bring your right hand down to the floor, turn your torso. Right leg is still up behind you. And then slowly bend your left leg coming into a low lunge. Plant both hands, slide your left foot back, go through your version of your vinyasa, and end in a downward facing dog. Breathe here. Lower your knees down, cross your ankles, and roll yourself back into a seated position. We're going to stretch our legs out in front of you. If you have tight hips and you want to fold your mat up or you have a blanket to sit on, that might feel good. So nice and long, straight legs out in front of us. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to reach our arms up. We're going to put some bend in our knees, digging our heels into the mat, and we're going to hinge forward. So we want our spines to stay long. So anyone with tight hamstrings, this might be very limiting, and that is okay. Reaching here, digging our heels in, making tiny little incremental moves forward. You can bring your hands down to the mat, but keep your spine straight. But it might give you a little bit more mobility to walk forward. Drawing your belly button in, lengthening from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And now, if you would like, round your back, bring your chin to your chest, your nose towards your knees, and let your head hang heavy. Maybe you place your hands on your shins or your ankles. If your feet are available, you can try that too. Slowly roll back up to seated, one vertebra at a time. We're going to draw our right foot in towards us, bringing our right knee up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and give yourself a little tug up, nice and tall. Now lift the right leg and place it on the other side of your left leg. Hook your right knee in the crook of your left arm and twist your right arm behind you. Looking other way. Just, yep, there you go. Took me a minute. I was like, not that that's wrong. It's just different from what I was doing. Come back to center, hold on to the knee and see if you can slide your bottom leg closed. So it's just a different feeling. And then we're going to go back the same way. So we're going to hook our left elbow on our right knee, and we're going to look back over our right shoulder. To explore if you see any difference between a bent knee or a straight leg. And now counter twist, swinging all the way over to the other side, looking over your shoulder. And then come back to center, extend both legs out in front of you, maybe give them a little shake. Sit up nice and tall again, slide your left foot onto the mat, interlace your fingers across the shin, and give yourself a little tug up. And then lift the left leg up and over. Right elbow, left knee, left arm behind you. Look over your left shoulder. Breathing into the twist. So good for digestion. And now come back to center and see if you can bend that bottom leg, coming into a different version of the same twist. Again, hook your right elbow on your left knee and twist back behind you. And now come all the way into a counter twist. And then come back to center. Extend your legs out in front of you, give them a little shake. Plant both feet on the floor, reaching your knees up to the ceiling. Slow roll down, reach your arms towards me. And then slowly roll down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide your feet onto the mat so that you can tickle your heels with your fingers. And we'll move into a bridge pose. So start to press your hands down into the mat and then peel your spine up one vertebra at a time, starting with the tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back. Holding here, keeping your thighs parallel. Maybe you hold on to the edge of your yoga mat to give you a little bit more depth, or you interlace your fingers and shimmy your shoulders towards each other. Breathing here. Lift your hips up higher. And now release your grip and slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Walk your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Let your knees touch. Let your lower back release. Close your eyes. Drop both knees over to the right. Take a breath here. Bring your legs through center. Drop both knees over to the left. Take a breath here. Move your knees back and forth. If there's anything that we didn't get to, any last pose that you want to take, feel free to do that now. Moving the way your body calls to you. And then when you're ready, extend one leg. And then the other. Moving into your Shavasana. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, let it all go. Starting with your feet, bring your attention and focus to your toes and your feet. Squeeze all the muscles in your toes and feet together, tightening them up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let it go. Let it relax. Shake it out. Bring your energy and attention to your legs, to your thighs, your knees, your shins. Squeeze every muscle in your leg together, tightening them up, squeezing them together. And then let them go. Shake them out. Let them go.
Bring your energy and attention to your waist, to your stomach, to your hips. Squeeze your center in, tightening it all up, drawing it into the middle, squeezing it in. And then exhale, let it go, shake it out. Bring your attention and focus to your chest and your shoulders and your upper back. Tighten that all up, squeeze it together. Bring in the tension, hold it in, and then let it go. Shake it out. Place your thumbs in your palms, wrap your fingers around your thumbs, squeeze it together, tighten your arms up, tense your arms, squeeze, and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your attention and focus to your neck, to your head, to your face. Squeeze all the muscles in your cheeks together, tighten your eyes, scrunch up your mouth, grip through your neck, and then let it go. Shake it out. From your big toe all the way up to the top of your head, squeeze, tighten, and engage every single muscle. Tightening up your whole entire body, tensing it up, hold it, and now let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Let your body move into its time of stillness and reflection. Stay your Shavasana for longer. You're more than welcome to. You're ready to come out and remain. Switch your wiggle your fingers, very gently. Wiggle your toes. Let your head rock side to side.
Maybe you want to reach your arms up overhead, taking a big, long stretch. And then carefully roll onto one side. Hang out here for a few breaths, readjusting to the movement of your body. Readjust from being on your back to your side. And then start to slowly press yourself up, coming back into a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing your hands to rest comfortably. Breathe in, get your spine longer. Exhale everything in. Bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath, feel the light move around inside of you. Thank yourself for showing up for your practice. I thank you all for letting me lead you through this practice. Namaste.